Find out more about the services we offer at Risk and Resilience's website. This includes trauma-informed support, neurodiversity, substance use, mental health, reflective practice, and many more topics. Drop us a message if you want more information or you would like to collaborate. Hello and welcome to this special episode of Frontline. My name is David Gill and I'm delighted to be talking to you today about something that's become a real highlight of the trauma-informed calendar in West Yorkshire and beyond, the Trauma-Informed Film Festival. On the 1st of October 2026, we'll once again be gathering at the wonderful Hyde Park Picture House in Leeds for a day of films, discussion, reflection, learning and connection. Building on the success of our festivals in 2024 and 2025, this year's event continues our mission of using film and creative storytelling to deepen understanding of trauma-informed practice, amplify lived experience, and bring people together from across statutory, voluntary, and community organisations. And this year's theme is collaboration. When we think about training, conferences, or professional development, we often think about presentations, slides, and reports. And while those things absolutely have their place, otherwise I wouldn't have a job, there is something uniquely powerful about stories. Stories help us understand experiences we may never have lived ourselves. Stories create empathy. Stories help us connect emotionally as well as intellectually. And film combines so many different elements, images, sound, music, language, and lived experience to create something that can stay with us long after we've left the room. Many of us can remember a film scene we watched years ago. A statistic might be forgotten, a PowerPoint slide might be forgotten, but a story often stays with us, and that's why this festival exists. It's about creating a space where people can use creativity to explore trauma-informed principles in ways that are engaging, thought-provoking, and accessible. Every year, the festival focuses on one of the key principles of trauma-informed practice. This year, we're focusing on collaboration, and collaboration feels more important than ever. The reality is that no single service, organisation or professional can meet every need that a person may have. People's lives don't fit neatly into organisational structures. Someone might be experiencing homelessness, struggling with their mental health, substance use challenges, physical health concerns, poverty, loneliness, and trauma all at the same time. Their experience isn't divided into departments, and because of that, meaningful support often relies on people working together. Collaboration can mean agencies sharing information more effectively. It can mean professionals recognising the expertise of colleagues from different sectors. It can mean services co-producing solutions with the people they support. And it can mean communities coming together to create opportunities for recovery, healing and growth. But collaboration isn't always easy. It requires trust, communication and curiosity. Sometimes it requires us to put aside our organisational agendas and focus on what is best for the person in front of us. This year's festival invites people to explore all of those themes through film.
Collaboration and collaborative working is about people working together with the people that we support, not just doing things to or for them. So it means the person that we're supporting is treated as an active partner in decisions, planning and support. So their views, their experiences, their goals and their preferences matter, alongside the knowledge of professionals, carers and organisations that are supporting them. So it's about sharing ideas, information and decisions, and different people at different services coordinating and communicating effectively to support the person's needs. So for the person that we're supporting, that I would imagine it's important that they feel listened to, that they're respected, that they have choices, that they're included in decisions, and they don't have to repeat the same information to multiple services. Services need to communicate with each other properly, and the support, it's important that the support is consistent and joined up. So I guess as far as I'm concerned, the key principle is nothing about me without me.
Collaboration to me means much more than just partnership working. Collaboration is about bringing people together from different backgrounds, with different specialisms, different ideas from all levels of an organisation. So when I think about collaboration, I think about co-production and bringing lived experience into co-production as well. So we think about perhaps designing a team or a service, that everybody's involved in that it is co-produced, and that's not just management that are talking about what a service should look like, but everybody's involved in that through, the frontline workers, peer workers, volunteers, people who use our services. That's true collaboration for me, is everyone coming together with a shared goal, shared values, wanting to have a shared outcome. Much more than just partnership working.
As a relationship manager, I spend most of my time working with others, with the aim, I guess, of doing more than just partnership working, more than just cooperating, coordinating with organisations, but genuinely collaborating and trying to set up organisations to collaborate together. And I think collaboration is much deeper, it takes more time, but ultimately I think you get better results in the end. And in the Wellbeing Network, this is about more than just kind of shared goals and objectives, although I think that's really important, but it's also going on to shared values. How do we not only work together, but become a kind of a single service entity that is greater than the sum of its individual parts? If we really want to improve service delivery longer term and remove organisational barriers, then collaboration is really important. And I really like the saying, a rising tide floats all boats. We want the Wellbeing Network to be that tide that helps float a number of different organisations. And I've been in several consortiums or multi-agency partnerships that I've helped to kind of create and lead, where there's been a much greater alignment and closer working between those organisational partners that make up that consortium, rather than actually with their own organisational teams or departments. And in the Wellbeing Network, this is often about all elements of the service working together. So from the leadership group jointly problem solving and thinking about strategy, to practitioners supporting each other, helping with induction, day-to-day kind of support, and working alongside each other as well. And it's not just internally, but also working alongside other organisations. And that's when we really start to see the benefits for the people who are using our service. When we've got, for example, organisations like social care coming in, working alongside in our own community hubs. But also I think the benefits of collaboration are much greater. And personally for me, working closely together with other people, it's more fun. And I think you benefit from that greater diversity of perspective. It's wonderful to share. I think success is in a really good collaborative partnership. And also I think you tend to have better relationships. And for me, I think the Trauma Informed Film Festival is a great example of collaboration across different organisations, and actually to a degree different sectors as well. And that's what makes it so special.
Those were the voices of Catherine Donnelly, Head of Service for Engage Leeds, Leslie Howard, Head of Homelessness for Change Grow Live, and James Allen, the Relationship Manager for the VCS Alliance, all members of our Trauma Informed network. So what makes a great festival film? One of the things people often tell us is that I'd love to submit something, but I'm just not a filmmaker. The good news is, you don't need to be. This isn't a film festival looking for Hollywood productions. We're looking for stories, ideas, creativity, and authenticity. Some of the most impactful films we've received over previous years have been created using iPhones, simple editing software, and a great idea. If you have a story to tell, a message to share, an experience to explore, or a creative way of bringing collaboration to life, then we'd love to hear from you. This could be a short drama, a documentary, an animation, a spoken word piece, a lived experience story, a community project, a case study, a creative interpretation of collaboration, or something completely different. You don't need a huge budget, expensive equipment, or years of filmmaking experience. You simply need an idea and a willingness to tell a story. And we can help. Even if you don't submit a film, the festival offers something really unique. It's a chance to step away from the pressures of everyday work, to reflect, learn, connect with others, hear different perspectives, challenge assumptions, and to be inspired. One of the things we've consistently heard from attendees is that the conversations that happen during the festival are just as valuable as the films themselves. People love new ideas, new contacts, new partnerships, and renewed energy for the work they do. In a world where many people are feeling increasingly stretched, disconnected, or overwhelmed, creating opportunities for meaningful connection feels incredibly important. I'd also like to speak directly to organisations who may be interested in sponsoring the event. The festival is built on collaboration, and that includes the organisations who help make it happen. By sponsoring the festival, you're not simply funding an event, you're helping create a platform for learning, creativity, and lived experience. You're helping bring people together from different sectors and communities. You're demonstrating a commitment to trauma-informed values, and you're helping ensure that important stories reach wider audiences. Whether you're a local organisation, a national charity, a public sector partner, or a business that shares these values, we'd love to explore how you can be part of the festival. Remember, just because we're based in Leeds doesn't mean it's a Leeds-only event. To get more of an understanding of the film festival, the following voices are from those that have submitted or attended previous film festivals.
So my name is Paul Mitchell. I'm the service manager from the Street Outreach team in Leeds. We have submitted a film to this film festival and we're really looking forward to seeing other people's films here today. I think it's really important that people get together and get behind the idea that trauma-informed care is really important, because it's a topic that people forget, I think, in our I hate to use the word industry, but sector would be the best one. They forget that trauma is a really important part of what unfortunately drives people into destitution and that need support. So I think it's really important that we highlight that issue today, and that's why I'm here.
I'm Lance from Simon on the Street, doing the marketing and communications. We're a homelessness charity in Leeds and Bradford, offering practical support for people across West Yorkshire. So we're here because we've got our own animation that shows the story of someone we've worked with for several years. We just kind of want to show what we do as a job, and also to come and see other people's stories. So it's a great festival. Sure there'll be lots of interesting stories that we can see.
Hi, I'm Jane Hinchliffe. I'm from Leeds City College and I'm the Relational Practice Lead at Leeds City College. So a big part of my job is rolling out and embedding trauma-informed practice using various different training and audit tools and things like that. So I'm really excited to be here today because I think it's going to spark a lot of ideas.
Hi, my name's Joe Kent. I'm here from BARCA Leeds, and we're delighted to be presenting a film at the first Leeds Trauma-Informed Film Festival, which we're very excited about actually. And we wanted to enter a film to showcase the really, really good work that we've been doing, the people who use our services. And we've been on the trauma-informed journey for the last year or two actually at BARCA Leeds. So all of our staff have been trained, which includes the core teams and the backroom staff as well as the frontline staff, so that we all know what we're doing as an organisation. And we're really thrilled to be here and working in this way.
So whether you're listening as a practitioner, a manager, a volunteer, a student, a community member, someone with lived experience, or someone who simply believes in the power of storytelling, we'd love you to get involved. Submit a film, attend the festival, share the opportunity with your networks, and consider becoming a sponsor if you can. And help us make the Trauma Informed Film Festival 2026 our most collaborative festival yet. Together, we can create a space where stories are shared, voices are heard, and new connections are formed. If you want to know more about the film festival, sponsorship and attendance, check out our website. risk-and-resilience.co.uk. Our website address is also in the podcast feed. Updates are regularly shared on our LinkedIn page. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you at the Hyde Park Picture House in Leeds on the 1st of October 2026, and we can't wait to see the stories you bring. This has been Frontline. Thank you.